Hello again everyone, this is Teacher Van and welcome po sa ating math video tutorial. If you are new to our YouTube channel, I encourage you po to please click like and subscribe. You can also follow our FB page to support our program and be updated sa mga future topics. In today's video, I'm going to teach you about the uses of rates. At the end of this video, you will be able to define, identify, and give examples of rates. You will be able to explain the uses of rates and express rate as unit rate. So without further ado, let us begin. To start our lesson, let's have a scenario po dito related po sa mga topics natin previously about saving. Now imagine you're saving up to buy a new phone case that cost 150 pesos. Okay. Now, in your savings jar, you save 4 5 peso coins. And then, 3 10 peso coins in a week. Okay, bali apat po na 5 peso coin and then 3 10 peso coin. Now, the questions are, what is the ratio of 5 peso coins to 10 peso coin? Ano po yung ratio natin? As we can see, we have here 4 5 peso coin and then 3 10 peso coin. So the ratio is 4:3. Okay? Yun po yung ratio natin. Next question. How would we express how fast you're saving money? Gaano tayo kabilis mag-save kung ganito yung facing natin? So we can count these coins. We can total yung ating savings. So kung meron tayong 4 na 5 pesos and then 3 10 pesos, we will get a 50 pesos in 1 week. Okay, so yun po yung kabilis ng pag-save natin. Next question, if you continue saving at this rate, how many weeks will it take you to save enough for the phone case? Kung ganito yung facing natin or yung rate natin na mag-ipon, ilang weeks bago tayo makabili ng 150 pesos na pinag-iipunan mong phone case? So gaano po kaya katagal? Okay, well, it will take you 3 weeks. Paano po natin nakuha yung 3 weeks? Okay, tama po. You just divide 150 pesos by 50, so you will get 3 weeks. Okay? So, ito po yung tinatawag nating rate. Okay? Yan po yung pag-aaralan natin ngayon. Okay, so we will identify and explain the uses of rates. Okay, but first, let us define. Ano ba ang ratio? Well, a ratio is a comparison between two or more quantities of the same kind or unit, expressed in the form of a fraction or with a colon. Kagaya po kanina, ginamit natin is yung 4 5 peso coin. Kinumpare natin sa 3 10 peso coin. So it's just 4:3. Okay, yun po yung basa natin dito, 4:3. Now, ratios show the relative size of one quantity in relation to another. Now, I know this is not a new topic to you. You already learned this in elementary. Now, in grade 7, we will focus on rate. So, a rate is a specific type of ratio that compares two quantities of different kinds naman. Take note of different kinds, okay, of units. Typically involving time or some other measure. Just like yung example natin kanina, rates are often expressed as a quantity per unit. Yung 50 pesos in, what is the unit? 1 week. Okay, so dalawang kinds po ng units yan. We have the money and then we have time. So 50 and then week. Okay, yun po yung ating rate. Now, let us proceed to the uses of rates. Saan po natin ginagamit ang rate sa ating mga buhay? Okay, we have here some examples. The first one is understanding speed and travel. So, we make use of rate so that we can know kung gaano kabilis. For example, itong tricycle, gaano siya kabilis at magagamit natin yan sa ating pag-estimate or planning our trips. Calculate travel time, and decide on the best transportation option. Okay? So example po, if a tricycle travels 20 kilometers per hour, you can estimate that it will take 2 hours to travel 40 kilometers. Next one, We can also use rates on managing our money. Mahalaga po ito. So rates are crucial in managing finances, budgeting, and planning for future expenses, just like what we did in our previous video on financial planning. Okay, example po, if you save 50 pesos per week, okay, you can calculate that in 10 weeks, you will have saved 500 pesos. Okay? Na-estimate natin kung kailan tayo makakaipon ng ganong amount. Alright, next one, cooking and recipes. Okay, saan po ginagamit ito? Rates help in scaling recipes up or down and ensuring that correct proportions of ingredients. Okay, example, if a recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar per cup of flour, you can adjust it to 4 tablespoons if you use 2 cups of flour. Okay? So, yun po yung gamit niya. Nag-i-scale tayo using the rate. Okay? Next one, understanding prices and shopping. So, rates are essential in making smart shopping decisions and comparing prices. Okay, halimbawa po, if one brand of rice costs 50 pesos per kilo and another costs 45 pesos per kilo, the rate helps you choose the cheaper option. Okay? Another use of rate is health and fitness. Okay, rates help monitor fitness progress and set achievable goals. If you jog 3 kilometers, for example, in 30 minutes, your rate is 1 kilometer per 10 minutes, helping you track your speed. Kaya nga may mga gadgets din po tayo ngayon na kapag sinuot mo habang nagja-jogging, namomonitor niya kung gaano kabilis yung ating pagtakbo at kung gaano kalayo yung natakbo na natin. Pwede rin po sa cellphones application ang mga yon. Last example here is using rate per piece of work done. Okay? So rate per piece of work done tells us the payment a person receives per unit time of work. For example, a minimum wage earner receives 608 pesos per day. So if they work 5 days, they earn 3,040 pesos. By the way, yung 608 po dito, ito po yung minimum wage ngayon sa Manila, no, for agriculture, service or retail and manufacturing services. Okay, so those are just some examples of the uses of rates in our life. Madami pa po, pero just for you to have some knowledge and information on the uses of rates that you can use in our daily life. Now, let us proceed to expressing rates to unit rates. Paano po ito? First, ano po ang unit rate? A unit rate is a rate where the second quantity in the comparison is 1 unit. It tells you how much of something there is per 1 unit of something else. When expressed as a fraction, the denominator of a unit rate is always 1. Okay, tandaan nyo po yun ha. Always 1 po ang denominator. Okay, examples po natin. 50 in a week. Okay, 50 pesos in a week. Kung i-express po natin ito into fraction form, we will get 50 over 1. Okay, ang numerator natin is 50 at ang denominator natin is 1. So, ang basa po natin dito is 50 pesos per week. Okay, sa isang linggo. Okay, 50 pesos. Alright, now let's have this, how to write a rate as a unit rate. Paano po natin yan isusulat as a unit rate? How are we going to convert? Okay. First, we have here the instruction to convert the rate into a unit rate. Divide both the numerator and the denominator by the denominator value. Paano po yan? Example po, no? Suppose you have a rate of 300 pesos per 5 liters. Now, kung gagawin nating fraction ito, magiging 300 pesos over 5 liters. Now, divide lang natin yung numerator, pati na po yung denominator, by the denominator. So, which is 5. So, 300 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5, we will get 60 over 1. Or, we can read this as 60 pesos per liter. Yun na po yung ating unit rate. Another example. Okay, price of rice. So we have here 225 pesos for 5 kilograms of rice. Okay, may mga nabibili pong ganito sa grocery. yung tigpa 5 kilo, no? So, i-divide lang natin yung both numerator and denominator by the denominator, which is 5. So, 225 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5, we will get 45 over 1. Okay? Or we can read this as 45 pesos per kilogram. Another, driving speed. Okay? Kadalasan ginagamit ang rate sa speed. Okay? Kaano kabilis ang isang bagay. So, given the rate 150 kilometers in 3 hours, ibig sabihin, 150 kilometers yung natakbo ng isang sasakyan. For example, in 3 hours, all you have to do to convert this to unit rate is to divide it again by the denominator. Ano po ang denominator? 3. Okay, correct. 150 divided by 3. And then 3 divided by 3, we will get 50 over 1. 50 kilometers per hour. Yun na po yung final na speed ng isang bagay. Last example po, cost of printing. Okay, ginagamit po ito sa mga printing shop. If we have 80 pesos for 10 pages printed, now 80 pesos divided by 10. Okay, so we have 8, and then 10 divided by 10, we have 1. So we have 8 pesos per page. Now this time, I want you to practice on this activity. Okay, write R if each of the following pairs of quantities is a unit rate, and then write N if not. Kung hindi po siya unit rate, i-convert nyo siya into unit rate. Okay, using our process. So you can pause this video and you can answer this first in your paper, then go back for your checking of answers. Okay, pwede na po nating i-check. Let's see your answers. Number 1, 300 pesos per 5 liters. Is this rate or not? I mean, is this unit rate or not? Okay, ang sagot po natin ay hindi. Hindi po ito unit rate kasi ang denominator niya is 5 liters. Okay? Or yung second quantity natin is hindi po siya 1. Therefore, convert na natin siya into unit rate. All you have to do is to divide both the numerator and then the denominator. Gawin muna nating fraction, by the way. And then, 300 divided by 5 over 5 divided by 5, we have 60 over 1. Okay? Or, the answer is 60 pesos per liter. Next one, 43 pesos per kilo. Okay, is this a unit rate or not? Okay, this is a unit rate kasi po per kilo na siya. Ibig sabihin, 1 ang kanyang denominator. Okay, next one, 100 centimeter per meter. Is this unit rate or not? Okay, unit rate na po siya. Okay, per meter na po yung ating denominator. Number 4, 600 meter per round. Okay, this is also a unit rate. Okay, and then for number 5, 60 seeds per 3 boxes. Okay, since 3 boxes po itong kanyang second quantity, hindi po 1, therefore this is not a unit rate. Let us now convert. All you have to do is to divide both numerator and denominator by 3, which is the denominator. You will get 20 seeds over 1 box. Okay, or 20 seeds per box. Okay, next one, number 6. 720 pesos for 6 hours of tutoring. So this is not a rate kasi the second quantity is not 1. Therefore, convert natin. So 720 over 6. Divide both by the denominator 6. 720 divided by 6 is 120. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So 120 per hour. Next, 120 pages read in 4 days para sa mga mahilig magbasa. Now, this is not a unit rate. So, all you have to do is convert. So, 120 pages divided by 4, we will get 30 over 1. So, 30 pages per day. Number 8, 150 pesos for 3 kilograms. Not a unit rate. So, divide ulit natin siya by the denominator. We will get 50 over 1 kilogram. So, 50 pesos per kilogram. Next, number 9, 300 kilometers per 15 liters of fuel. Kung ilang fuel yung gagamit for 300 kilometers na takbo ng isang sasakyan. So we will get the unit rate. So 300 kilometers divided by 15. 15 divided by 15, we will get 20/1 or 20 kilometers per liter. Number 10, 240 pesos for 8 tickets. Not a unit rate. So again, 240 divided by 8, you will get 30 pesos per ticket. Okay? So ano po yung napansin nyo? Okay? Instead of doing this, we can have actually a shortcut. Ano po? So instead na nagdi-divide po tayo ng numerator and denominator by the denominator, you can just divide the numerator by the denominator. This is just for you to show na ang second unit natin dapat ay 1. Okay? So for our next video, we will have solving problems involving rates. So thank you for listening and I hope to see you again on the next video. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.